Hi everyone, it's Donna here from Donna's Creative Corner, and I am back at you tonight with a whole variety of things, and I have a lot to go through. So I am going to get started, and I'm going to go fairly quickly because I don't want this to last forever. This first lot is lot A, and it is a set of 5 embroidered appliques with iridescent sequins and a few small pearls on them. The detail here, very pretty, very shiny. You can cut it up in different ways. This is a set of 5, and they measure about 6 inches by 6 inches. They're almost square. Set of 5 for $5, and I have 11 sets available. I have a whole lot of these. Lot B is some Alencon corded trim. This is what it looks like. It has iridescent sequins as well, some rice beads, some pearl beads. Let me come in close so you can see the detail. Very pretty. This, I have 8 yards of it, and I am asking $3 per yard. See, I told you I was going to go fast. Lot C is some embroidered trim, and I have three different sizes of this. This first C1 has 3 different lengths in it that combine for a total of, let me see, 3.5 yards in 3 separate pieces. And this is what it looks like. I'm just going to show you a close-up of this one. It is about 3.5 inches wide at this widest point. This one you could probably cut these flower pieces off, and then you have this pretty scallop going on there. Let me show you a little bit closer. Pretty embroidery work, pretty scallops. C1 is 3 separate lengths that equal about 3.5 yards, and I'm asking $4.50 for C1. C2, same trim, and it is 2.5 yard, a single 2.5 yard length, and I am asking $3.25 for C2. And then C3 is 4.5 yards, a single length, and I'm asking $7.75 for C3. And you don't have to feverishly write down everything. I'm going to have in the description box below a summary of everything you're going to see here. So that is C. D is a heavily beaded applique. It measures 10 inches by 5.5 inches. It has iridescent sequins, very heavily beaded. Just about every surface is covered with either beads or the iridescent sequins. Very pretty. This I am asking $3.50 each, and I only have 2 of these, and that was D. E is an applique. Actually, it might be 2 appliques joined together, but it's kind of a C-shaped, and it has these 3 pretty little bows going up the applique. It has a rolled ribbon in the center, and then the single layer along the side. Very pretty. These are the ones from that I had in my previous video that has a very heavily sequined and beaded flowers on it. So this is lot E. It measures 8 inches by about 4 inches at the widest point. I have 4 of these and I am asking $3.50 each. That was E. F is from, is from that same dress, and I'm going to have to spread things out. These are panels from the same dress. I'm only going to show you a close-up, well, I'm going to show you a close-up of just one of them. Hold on, let me get my act together here. All right, F1, let me go up. Oh, I am all the way out. Okay, you can't even see it all in the picture. It's a triangular piece. It's on satin. It can be removed from the satin without losing the beads or sequins, so that's not a problem. F1 measures 25 inches by 21 inches. There are about 11 different appliques on here. Let me just pan around. I'm going to show you the close-up on just one of these, and then the other 2 panels from this dress have the same appliques on them. These are the appliques that I had in my last video, the very heavily beaded thing on the side here. This is very heavily beaded, and then there's lots of big pearl beads on them. This is white with clear sequins. F1, I am asking $8 for this panel. F2 is an even larger panel. I'm going to pan through it here. F2 measures 28 inches by 14 inches, and there are approximately 13 or more appliques on here. This as well can be removed from the tool backing. It is just cut around the edge right now, but you can remove it completely, remove them completely, or cut around them if this one's on tool. F2, I am asking $9 for this panel. And then F3 is even larger. It is on tool as well. It measures 35 inches by 14.5 inches. This one is very large. I counted about 16 appliques on this one. It's the same deal, same appliques, very heavily beaded. Come all the way down to the bottom, and down at the bottom you have one of those appliques with the three bows on it. So F3, I am asking $10, and I only have one of each of these in F. I'm going to have fun sorting this back out when I move back into the other room. Okay, lot G is some Cutwork trim. It is very, very pretty. You can see the detail on that. It measures about 5 inches at the widest point. I'm selling this by the yard, and each yard you will get about 9 of these scallop pieces. You can see you can get like a little medallion out of that, and then another little flower piece up here. Let me show you up close, a little closer on this one. Very pretty white with clear sequins on this one, pearl beads. Very, very pretty. This one is lot G, and I am asking $4.50 a yard for this one, and I have 7 yards of this one. Okay. Lot H. Uh-oh, I'm getting confused here. Oh no, there we go. Lot H is a medallion. It measures 11 inches. Oops, sorry. 11 inches by 7 inches at its widest point. It is fairly heavily beaded. It is on a like a chiffon or very sheer fabric. Very nice beadwork. The sequins on this one have started to turn slightly golden, especially down at the bottom here. You can see they're just a little bit yellowed, but is still very beautiful beadwork. Whoops, wrong way. This is Lot H. I have 2 of them, and I'm asking $4 a piece for this. Now, there are 2 parts to I. I-1 is a set of, if you saw that, that fancy bodice that I showed a preview of, I started cutting it up. I was able to get satin covered buttons off of it. So I-1 is a set of 25 satin covered buttons for $2. And I-2 is a pack of 50 crystals. These are the crystals that were on that bodice. I don't know how this is going to come across on the, let me go way down on this one. Whoa. Are you going to focus? Okay. They are, oh, I didn't measure how wide they are, how big they are. Oof. All right, they are about 5 millimeters, I think, 5 or 6 millimeters. They are faceted, they are prong set, and they can be, well, obviously they can be sewn through. Oh, it's not going to focus because they were attached to the dress by thread. So this is a set of 50 crystals ready to go on your projects to give them some bling, and I am asking $3 per set of 50. That is I-2. Oops. J is some more sleeve pairs. Whoops, let me go out. J1 is this set with, it's on tulle. It has the Alencon corded appliques on it. They are all over it. Go in real quick on one. You can see the nice beadwork on it. So J1, all 3 of these sleeve pairs are $5 per pair. That was J1. J2 is also on tulle. Nice beadwork on that one too. This one is Cutwork. Cutwork appliques with clear sequins and beads, and also some bugle beads going right there. There's some rice beads on there as well. Little tiny beads up here. Very pretty. Pretty medallion at the bottom there. That is J2, $5 per pair. And J3 is this one. This one, all 3 are very different. All of the sleeve pairs that I have are different. Every one is slightly different. This one has a very nice, let me go out so you can see all of it. There we go. Nice design on it. Can leave that on the tool. It's a very soft tool, and cover like a box or something with it. So that is J3. $5 for that pair as well. And uh-oh, I've lost K. What is K? Oh, I've lost some. Okay, I'm going to put you on pause and go find out what I did with K. Okay, I'm back. I found it. It was right in front of me. And I thought I was so organized. Okay, K, there are three different sizes for lot K. This is Cutwork. It is white. It has clear sequins, round bead, pearl bead clusters. I'm going to go in close on this one, and the rest are the same style. Oops, not so close. So there you have this one is 5.5 by 5.5 inches. That is K1, and I'm asking $1 each for that one, and I have 8 available. K2 is slightly larger. It is 7.5 by 4.5 inches. And this one I am asking $1.50 each, and I have 12 of these. And then I need to come out. K3 is an extra large piece. It is 18 inches by 5 inches, and I am asking $3.50 per piece for K3. Those are very pretty. I love these. If these don't sell, I'll keep some for myself. Alright, these next two lots, for those of you who want to try your hand at taking apart, taking appliques off of satin, this first one, L, will come to you just the way you see it on the satin. It can be removed from the satin. I mean, you won't lose any beads or sequins. And what you will get when you remove it are these two pieces here that measure about 5 inches by about 5.5 inches, and then 4 by about 2.5. Show you up close. These are very shabby chic, shabby looking, because the edges, it's on a tool. You can't remove it any further from the tool, but you'll have little edges of the tool around the edge of it. Still very pretty, and you can cut this up further if you want. So these per piece that have the two appliques on it, I am asking, where am I? I am on L. $1.25. Oops. Helps if I come out. $1.25 per piece, and that's how it will come to you. And that is L. The next one is also lot M. Is too far away. Is also will come to you on satin. It looks like this. This is a Cutwork applique. All together, if you want to keep it all together, you could just cut around the edge, and then you'll have this size applique, which is about 9 inches by about, I guess, 5.5, something like that. Taken apart into its individual elements, you will get these two larger ones and two little flowers, and 2 little leaves. So Cutwork, very pretty. You have your cluster there, pretty heavily beaded. And this one as well is a little bit larger. So lot M, I am asking $1.25 per piece, or $3.50 for 3 of them. Same thing with L, $1.25 per piece, or $3.50 for three of these pieces. Oops, I got stuff flying all over the place here. Lot N, I have 2 panels from that same Cutwork dress. N1 is, they're both large panels, and I'm going to have to pan here. It will come to you just the way you see it, uncut. It is 24 inches by 14 inches. Obviously Cutwork. You have some of the same medallions that you saw earlier in the video on here, the 2 different sizes. N1, I am asking $8 for this, and you can see there's a lot of appliques on here that you'll be able to get off, and it does come off without losing the beads or sequins. Or you can just cut it out, because if you cut it, you really won't see the satin anyway, even if you just fussy cut around it. So N1, large panel, I'm asking $8 for that. N2 is even larger, and I'll pan around on this one. It is 35 inches by 17 inches at the widest point. And let me see if I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, probably about 12 appliques on here. It'll come to you the way it is on the satin. You'll have to remove it yourself. And N2, I'm asking $10 for this panel. I think that's an excellent deal considering all the appliques that you'll get off of that. Lot O is embroidered trim. I have 8 yards of this available. Oh, and those panels, I only have 1 of each of those, so. Alright, this is very pretty embroidered trim. It has iridescent sequins, small pearl beads all the way along it. Just a nice scalloped edge. Going close, you see the detail. You can see the iridescent sequins really catching the light. Very pretty design. It's on a fine, like organza background. There's the beadwork coming up here. Lot O, I'm selling by the yard. I have 8 yards of it. And it is about 3.5 inches wide at its widest point. And I'm asking $3 a yard for O. Running out of room. Now, Lot P is, if anybody's interested in this, this is a huge panel of, alright, let me see a good spot to show you here. It is ginormous. It is beaded lace, And I am going to, alright, let me see if I can get a close-up of this. I obviously cannot show you this. I have some still photos that I am going to insert right here. Now, the photos you just saw, one of them was of this still attached to the dress, and the other one I have laid out on a king-size bed, and it almost covers it. Obviously, it is a triangular shape. I lost my remote. I buried it. I'm going to get you in close so you can see the fabric part. It is lace with clear sequins and some round pearl beads all over it. There is a seam, you can see it right there, that goes all the way down the middle of it. But towards the end of it, you have like, did I measure? I did. It is 7 feet long by 7.5 feet. I believe that was a measurement at the very bottom. You also have, whoops, you also have about 6 yards of this gorgeous hem trim right here. You can see it. It goes down to right here up to here. And the trim itself is, what, 7, oops, where's my, I buried everything, is about 6.5 inches wide. And there's a 2-yard panel going down one side, a over 2-yard panel going down both sides, and then over 2 yards going across the very bottom. So you have about 6 yards of this gorgeous hem. This I am asking $30 for the entire piece, and there is a lot to work with here. So I hope somebody can use this. Great for covering, you know, just about anything. It's gorgeous lace with beads and sequins. All right, that was P. We're almost done. Q. Oh, okay. Q is actually that lace, or that hem, that was along all 3 sides of that panel I just showed you. It is, now here I can bring you in close to see the hem. It's the corded Alencon lace, very nice quality, clear sequins and beads. Now this, I have 3 different lengths of it. Q1 is 1.5 yards of this, and I am asking $6.75 for 1.5 yards. Q2 is 1 3/4, same hem, 1 3/4 yards, and I'm asking $7.75 for Q2. And then Q3 is 2 1/4 yards of this gorgeous hem, and I'm asking $10 for that. And last of all, I have a couple of bows. I have a whole box of bows, but I'm just going to show 2 today. Lot R1 is this pretty bow, which I didn't measure, of course, and I'm dropping stuff all over the floor here. It's about a foot, a little over a foot wide, and about 9 inches deep. It has pretty applique in the center and 2 more on either side. See the appliques there and there. Both bows I am asking $2 per bow. R2 is about the same size as that last one, maybe about a foot wide, a little over a foot wide, and about 8 inches tall. It has a beautiful applique, or an applique in the center with very nice beadwork on it. This one has iridescent sequins. R2, I am asking $2 for this one as well. And phew, that's all I have for today. Like that wasn't enough. If you are interested in anything you have seen, I ask that you please, if you can, rather than put a comment in the description box below, send me an email to the email address that I'm going to have in the description box below. It's much easier for me to respond that way, and it's much easier for me to keep track of what orders come in first, the order of the orders. If you're a first-time buyer from me, I will need your zip code if you are in the U.S., or your country if you are outside of the U.S. I do ship international. The prices I just gave are just for the items. It doesn't include shipping, so that's why I need that information to calculate your shipping. And then I will send you an invoice through PayPal. So payment is by PayPal only. And that's all I have for today. I thank you if you're still with me by now, and I thank you for sticking with me. And thanks, and you have a good evening. Bye for now.